Let's get to that bad air quality. We haven't really talked much about red zone, code red alerts around Louisville. So Ben's going to explain what that means, how it's different from the orange that you heard so much about the last time around.
We often get the code orange air quality alerts. That's for sensitive groups if you have breathing issues, asthma, respiratory problems, but the red is for all of us. So you don't want to spend too much time outside and overexert yourself. Maybe limit the exercise you would typically do. And if you're getting that scratchy throat, coughing, or anything like that, that's a good sign. You probably want to head back inside. This is our sunset this evening, just covered in that haze that's been getting thicker and thicker hour by hour. So we do have that red air quality alert through tomorrow. Now by Thursday, we get a wind shift. The reason why we have this haze, two reasons: the wildfires obviously up in Canada, and then a north breeze that brings it down here. Well, the wind will shift and come from the south, and that'll push the particles out of here Thursday, but we also have some heat and storms that will replace the wildfire smoke, and Thursday morning looks rather wet with maybe some flooding issues. We'll see that with Futurecast in just a moment. There's that fiery red sunset as well from New Albany. Thank you once again, Duke Marsh, for that picture. I've seen some great ones from Duke here recently, and thanks for sending that to our Kentucky, Indiana Cloud Watchers page. A live view here of the visibility, and it is dropping down to 2.5 miles with that thicker haze just to the north in Bloomington, down to 3-mile visibility in Fort Knox. So we are now hitting red in Metro Louisville. We were yellow earlier this afternoon. This is the air quality monitoring stations. Most of the area is still orange, and then you have the red unhealthy levels of the air quality just off to the north and just a little part of Metro Louisville too. And then very rare to see the very unhealthy levels. That's what we saw in New York several weeks ago. Very poor air quality, Indianapolis up to Chicago. And with that north breeze, we're not going to see any improvements here. That's why we have that red air quality alert from Bullitt County to the north through southern Indiana. We are not alone. Much of the eastern United States has those air quality alerts thanks to that wildfire smoke in place. That will remain here for tomorrow. Here's Wednesday, but notice by Thursday, we're starting to see it slide to the east as we start to get that south and southwest breeze back into Kentuckiana. Right now, lower 70s out there, west wind at around 5 to 10. Humidity tracker stays low tomorrow, but then it really ramps up for the rest of June as we head into our first July weekend this weekend, and some 90s heat index values near 100 for Friday and Saturday. Get ready for that heat. It is on the way. For tonight, not too bad with those temps in the upper 50s and 60s. Tomorrow, a little bit warmer in the upper 80s with that hazy, smoky sunshine out there. Look at Thursday morning. Here comes a complex of showers and storms. I don't expect it to be as severe as what we saw on Sunday. However, some locally heavy rain, lightning and thunder, and some gusty winds with this, and perhaps some ponding of water and some local flooding to watch out for. That passes on through. We're left with a lot of humidity and that heat ramping up for Thursday. Thursday, high 90, 95 on Friday. So some of the hottest weather so far this year. But it is that time of year as we head into July for that heat, with upper 80s and lower 90s continuing through our holiday with occasional showers and thunderstorms.